Our affirmation this morning, our message affirmation is, I am a unique light in the world. And I think that a lot of times we go through life and we see so many different things, and there are people who do great things, and sometimes we put people on a pedestal. It's just what we do in society sometimes. And we see great people. And then I am guilty of this myself. As I was preparing this message for today, I realized how many times I've said to other people, oh, I'm just a plain, simple, common person. And of course, we as New Thought students know that, if you say you're a plain, simple, common person, you're going to be a plain, simple, common person. But we also know that we're all created in the image of God. God is perfect, therefore we are perfect. So we need to be mindful that each one of us is indeed a unique light in the world, because everything functions together. Every single one of us combined, we make this wonderful chain of life that makes everything perfect. So I was thinking of a great analogy is, obviously one day cancer is going to be cured, and there's going to be a wonderful person. He's going to create this serum. He's going to cure cancer, and of course that's going to be wonderful, and he's going to be a very well revered person. But we have to be aware, too, of all the people along that chain. So somebody's going to invent this cure. Well, somebody has to manufacture it. And then somebody has to put it in boxes and make sure the vials don't break and ship it out. And a doctor somewhere has to prescribe it. A nurse somewhere has to inject it. Somebody's neighbor, friend, family member has to put them in the car and take them to the clinic to get that injection. Even somebody's family member has to nag and bother somebody, go get that injection, go get that injection. And of course, we know it's the inventor who's probably going to get the Nobel Prize for having created this wonderful cure for cancer. But none of that matters without every little string along the way. So you, the nagging family member, friend, or relative, you, the one who drove the person to the clinic, the nurse who injects the medication, the physician who prescribes the medication, the manufacturer who makes it, everybody was a unique light in the world along the way because they made that possible. So it's very important that we realize that sometimes when we stand back and we think in life, well, I don't do great things, I just do everyday things. Realize you're a link in that chain, and you're just as strong as every other part of that link. Last week, a distant friend of mine, one of their family members had passed away in a foreign country, and they didn't have the means. They needed several $1,000s to have the family member flown back. And so, through our new social media things, he had posted something online, and people were making donations. And I remember reading through the thread, everybody was so agog because one person had donated like $1,000, which was really great, because the reality is not everybody has $1,000, but they needed like $7,000. And so, the majority of that was through the donations that were $5, $10, $25. So it's great that that one person made that big donation, but the reality is the majority of it was covered by the smaller donations, the people who thought, well, I don't have that much, but I can give this much. And so, of course, they were being a unique light in the world. So when we get to this place in life where we, are going through the process and we're looking at other people, we're looking at the, especially I think in our American society where we revere, celebrities so much, or big corporate moguls, and we put so much emphasis on that, we have to realize that we're just as strong, we're just as important, because we are that link in that chain. So much of what these great people do wouldn't matter, it wouldn't happen, it wouldn't be there if it wasn't for us doing our greatness too, us being our own unique light in the world. Our question this week is, and this is going to relate a little bit more with challenges, because I find, and I think in talking with people and understanding people, when we're faced with a challenge is when we begin to doubt our light. We begin to doubt how important and how able we are in the world. So when challenges arise, do I accept them as stepping stones to a greater awareness of my soul's journey and the power of God within? When your challenges arrive, when you're going through your processes this week, and maybe you have a challenge with a family friend or a neighbor, or there's a health issue, or you're opening your checkbook and you don't see the balance that you think that you need. When you see those challenges, accept them as a stepping stone to a greater awareness of your soul's journey and the power of God within. And realize that power of God within is this light within you. We are all a unique light in the world, and it's very important to realize, and it's very important to understand, because of all the things that we talk about here. We talk about a lot of positive thinking and the process and how that gets us through the day and through all of our challenges. We have to first accept how wonderful and incredible we are. Because if you don't feel within you how wonderful and incredible you are, then a lot of times it's going to be hard for you to think positive and expect great things for yourself and know that great things are coming to you, because you may not think that your light is as bright or as shiny or as unique as somebody else's. But we know that in our affirmation again, I am a unique light in the world. So go through that. When you look in the mirror tomorrow morning, when you get ready to start your day, say, you know what? I am a unique light in the world. I'm a Bill Gates. I'm a rock star, a celebrity. Everything that I do matters and is just as important as what everybody else does, because I am a unique light. I am an essential link in this whole fabric of the world. I was just reading earlier that we've just topped like 7 billion people as the population of the world. And this article was talking about the fact that we are all linked together. We're all very important. We're all a unique light. So the good news is that I accept others as I accept myself, that I too am a unique light in the world, a light kindled by spirit and fueled by the love of God within. Nothing can extinguish the light that shines in me. When challenges arise, I accept them as stepping stones to a greater awareness of my soul's journey and the power of God within. Each of us is a one of a kind, worthy of love and deserving of good, because we are a unique light. So remember that. First thing, Monday morning, get up, look in the mirror, and say, you know what? I am a unique light in the world. And that's going to put a smile on your face and have you walking through the day, the week, the month, supercharged and prepared for any challenge that comes along, because you know it's just going to be a stepping stone to something greater.